Good evening everyone, welcome to the familiar interior now of the well base, where we're still single player. We still haven't sorted out the issues with the server, and I honestly don't know when we will. Sept and Dave and all sorts are well aware of the matter, so hopefully it gets sorted out soon, but we'll find out when it gets sorted. So, things that have happened around here, well, not much, because I'm a little bit wary of actually booting up this save for reasons I'll discuss. Well, I've mostly been working on more Thaumcraft. I did... I'll just go down first. I did finally sort out the functioning of this room, so now it actually works properly and everything gets harvested and planted and all sorts. I'm not harvesting mandrake, because it's such an absolute pain to work with. So instead of a grinder back there, there's another harvester, which I don't know how much that's doing for the speed of things, but also put down some essence here. Let me just turn on my whaler there. Essence crop, which once I started getting seeds from, it grew very rapidly. Thank you, diamond torches. I might even turn those off. I don't really need them. But yeah, this place is now working, so we're getting all the crops that we could need, and I might put the essence to some use, because the magical crops lets you basically make seeds for anything, including like gassed tears. So maybe I'll put it to use somewhere. But mostly up here we have a brand new, very bright room, where we're going to start putting our Thaumcraft things, and this elevator is a little bit off-center, but that's intentional for what we're doing today. Because in the newer versions of Thaumcraft, not like back in Chaosville Season 2 or earlier, there is a piece of artificering, which is the runic matrix, and this is a multi-block structure, which is 3 blocks tall, so we're going to have to put that into position so that we can actually work it, and make a lot of the stuff that's in the newer versions of Thaumcraft, which includes stuff like the Boots of the Traveler and the Kami armors and all sorts. And that then brings us to the next point, which is I've been doing a lot of research. So, I did what I always do when there's an economy involved. I went through the research branch. So, this is basically the branch that lets you maximize the amount of research that you're doing and what you're getting from your research. So I got the default research, which you always have, went to expertise, went to mastery. I could purchase that, but I kind of like my stuff and there's nobody for me to share this to. And then there's a deconstruction table, which is right here. So what this does, you can see it's already been doing some stuff already, is you stick something in and it will break it down into primal elements. I don't know if I discussed those last time, but those are the things that, with enough combination, you can turn into any of the elements. So it only stores one at a time, although at least it stops working when it does that. And yep, there we go, gained a research point for Aqua. And I have a ton of Alderwood, so I've just been sticking it in there. I can probably do that with most of my overflow materials, so let me see. Let us see, sort by number of items. I could stick stone in there, I could... well, I haven't scanned melon, apparently. Let me see, I've got snowballs, all of these, several thousand things, that I could definitely stick those in there, and I'd be quite happy for getting a ton of research points. The trouble is you have to click on them, and because it only stores one at a time, you only get 1 research point. So ideally you would want like a row of these with probably like AE stuff just feeding into them. So you could like have certain things be pumping into them if they're more than a certain volume or such. That would be a smart idea, but right now we've just got the 1. So we're slowly getting all of our research. I'm still working through a bunch of stuff, and as near as I can tell, I've actually been missing a few... let's just go to farm at tinkering here. If I move around here, I might be able to find one. No. Where are you? I know there's at least one here that tells me that I have not discovered the actual aspects needed. But so far I'm having trouble finding it. Oh well, there's at least one of them which shows me a question mark, which means that I have not yet discovered that aspect. And you girls need to stop porting into things, it's really kind of weird. But anyways, up here, up, The elevators are very specific, so always careful with doing that. Up here, we're going to be building our runic matrix, and I've specifically had this off-center so we can put the center pedestal of the runic matrix here, and we can warp up and down to it. So, let's see, what do we need to make that? Let's see, the matrix itself requires arcane stone blocks, which is just stone around a shard, which we can do quite happily. So, do I have any of these in storage? I have one arcane stone block. Okay, that's fine by me. Shards, please. Let's see, we have 34 order, 13 water, 22 earth. Let's go with the earth. Earth is generally a good solid one to go with. Hardy har. So, in the news, well, I think since the last time I was doing a video here, we have begun the What Business vidcast, which hopefully you've all been enjoying. It's an interesting one for me to make, to say the least. Okay, so 36. It does include people from Chaosville at present. Not going to comment any further than that, but there aren't really that many series I can do with Chaosvillers. Just because we have some varied tastes. But that's sort of the point with Chaosville, is you get a ton of people together and it creates some interesting behaviors. Okay, so I'm just zipping around doing nothing. So I need 4 more shards and an ender pearl, which we still have plenty of. The system downstairs has like over 1,000. And more shards. Let's go with the order ones. 4 order shards, which are going to be quite important in a moment, I should think. Doop, 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 doop. Insufficient viz, we need more order. Okay, so let's go on... Actually, can I just use this one? Yes, I can. Runic matrix. Get. I'll probably have to go and recharge that later, because oh dear, it's out of order pretty much. Okay, so, the structure... which are going to require more arcane stone blocks to make pedestals in a moment, is stone bricks, stone blocks, and then we can have things running properly. I have stone, that's fine. Okay, so stone bricks, stone blocks, and let's go. Whoop, the trouble of doing that. Doop, doop. And our matrix on top. Okay. Looks a little bit weird right now, but we're going to fix that up in a moment. Okay, so stone blocks, stone blocks. Doop. Stone blocks, stone blocks, stone blocks, stone blocks, stone blocks, stone blocks. Insufficient fizz again. Okay, we'll give it the discount. It'll work. Thank you. Now, I think it's like up to 8 different objects that we're going to need pedestals for. So, this is probably going to get interesting very quickly. Okay, so where does it say that we can put our pedestals? It doesn't mention, but let's go with that one space away marker there. And have things around like this. Okay, and if we give this a tap with the wand... Nope, it has insufficient viz, so we need to go back downstairs and get more. Because this actually does require a fair bit of viz to set up, as you can see, including 25 auto. Oh dear. Yeah, this could get nasty very quickly. But hopefully we can get this set up. Nope, we need to go and get more viz. Oh, well that's fine. Whoop. There we go. So, yeah, my render distance is turned down at the moment because I'm getting huge sort of like frame drops just randomly, and I don't know why. Which is apparently doing some weird stuff to the trees. Jeez. Okay, well let's leave that for the time being then. Whoop. And this ascent boost is really, really irritating. At some point, I think it might have been Dave Favorite at some point, I got Ascent Boost 2 on this bark belt, and now I jump really, really high, which is handy, except for I jump high enough to cause myself falling damage, and it messes with the way the elevators and other stuff triggers, because it's just, I'm moving too quickly. So anyways, my plan around here is that other side, I believe, is directly into one of the circle magic rooms. So we'll build more or less this way, which is towards the old farm area. And I'm thinking on this side of the room, we'll have the deconstructors and such. So we can just set things up and we'll get a bunch of research points to keep going until more or less we've unlocked everything, and then we can stop worrying about it for the most part. And on this side, I'll have the machines that create all of the different essentials that we need, because you put those into bottles and vials, which we'll probably not be using Thaumcraft for, just to be interesting. And the runic matrix needs different essential aspects to make different things, so it draws them from the nearby stuff. And that is more or less it. I think the one or two other things we might need, courtesy of Thermic Tinkerer, is we'll need probably a place to put this osmotic enchanter, which you can use to sort of customize what enchantments you get. So, for example, there is the Ascent Boost one, which we presently have on our belt, which is really irritating. The one I've gotten so far is Slow Fall. So what happens is, it allows you to fall slowly. This enchantment can be applied on foot armor. When done so, the wearer will fall at a slower rate. This will also reduce, if not negating, the fall damage. Pressing shift will disable this effect. So, if I was to put that onto my ruby slippers, which presently just have unbreaking, they could do with some kind of protection on them, then they will allow me to not take as much falling damage, such as from this damn Ascent Boost, for example. So that would be really handy. It's also really particularly handy with if I'm derpy flying or my staff are travelling, or I have to fall off my broom. Let me see, what else? Well, let's go see if we can find any aura nodes to kind of grab. There is stuff in here. If I go to advanced thaumaturgy, is it? No, it is... Is it artifice? Atomic fertilizer. Nope. Alchemy, where are ya? I know you're around here somewhere. It's not technomancy, I don't think. Apocrypha. There is something around here that allows you to tinker with aura nodes themselves. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where it is, because I don't know offhand. Things are more or less all over the place. This is something I did unlock recently from the Advanced Thaumaturgy tab. This is the Stabilizer Crystal. And the problem with using the Runic Matrix... Whoop, bats. The problem with using the Runic Matrix is that you create instability. It used to be that if you did something funky with Thaumcraft, that it would release taint into the air, and there was a chance that you would get your area tainted, which was a huge problem in Chaosville Season 2, because there was no way to stop that. Like, the best you could do was reduce it, so the accomplished thaumaturge would inevitably end up sitting in a big pile of taint. Now, it's a bit different. So taint biomes still exist, but they spawn from specifically bad nodes. What you create when you start messing up with stuff is flux, which is the stuff that previously got released into the air, and it causes all sorts of weird effects. And in the case of the Runic Matrix, there is an additional step, which is instability. So it will occasionally knock ingredients off of their pedestals, potentially messing you up further. It will occasionally strike things with lightning, and it will occasionally cause all manner of other mischief that can really mess up your day, and especially can really mess up your infusion, because the more unstable it gets, the more likely it is to mess itself up, and the more it's messed up, the more unstable it gets. So different infusions have different stabilities. This stability for making this stabilizer crystal is moderate, for example, and requires a buttload of auto. But the way to reduce instability, or to minimize the effect of instability on your infusions, is to surround them with stuff like crystal clusters, skulls, torches, and the like. But there's also things like this stabilizer crystal. So if you make this, then you can significantly reduce the amount of instability that is happening inside of your altar and such. So that's going to be one of the main things that we do. I'm probably going to install most of the stuff that reduces stability above the ceiling, or at least ceiling level, just so that it's not really obstructing our view and messing up our as yet incomplete decor plan. Yeah, so evidently I need to go out and search for some more aura nodes, because there are some lying around, but I can't seem to recall where they are, because again I haven't booted up the save in a while. Trahera Magic, I'm still not sure what exactly this is, but it's there, just in case I forget. Let me just see if I can... Oh yeah, that was another thing, is getting the Essentials has changed a lot. It used to be that you had your Essentials, you had your Crucible and you stuck certain things on the side of it to get it to feed into the Essential files and whatnot, but now that has changed. You stick them into this alchemical furnace, which is beneath a arcane alembic. That used to be what you stuck on the side of the crucible, and then it will boil away whatever you've got. It'll cook it into its different aspects, and you'll need more than one arcane alembic for more than one Essentia as before. And you can then pipe them in, like, through Essentia tubes and whatnot to create, well, to pipe them specifically into different void jars and whatnot that you have lying around to store them. I have tried working with that inside of my, like, creative test worlds, and damn is it annoying. Like, I can't... If there is some kind of bizarre ancient magic to it, then it's not described in this Thaumcraft, because I cannot for the life of me figure it out. So that's part of what I mean when I say we're probably not going to be using Thaumcraft itself to sort out where all of our stuff is going. I have unlocked pretty much all of the basic wand folk. I haven't crafted many of them because they require, for the most part, different, like, a lot of them require different infusions, which I have not as yet set up. Don't think I've unlocked... Yeah, I haven't unlocked all of the wand caps. I've unlocked a bunch of the Flamic Tinkerer wand foci, but I haven't unlocked all of them. Still got a bunch to do, which is requiring mostly research points. I'm still curious about where that little node Tinkerer thing is gone. I swear it was around here, I don't know where it's gone. Technomancy I mostly was in for the pen, but there's other stuff that you can get inside of here, like node generators, which I think is you make a node, I'm not sure. But the thing I'm trying to find around here, there she is the node modifier. So I've got a node in the jar, which means that if I had the Viz and stuff on me, I could go and pick up a node. Now that would be really handy for recharging my wand, so I could, like, go out, grab a bunch of nodes that way, bring them back, and just release them so that I can recharge my wands. The node modifier lets me change lets me change the properties of the node. So, for example, we had troubles with the Hungry node around here, like, ages back. The one that was near Tyso's place. I think Nipty got that one eventually, and I think he also managed to catch one at some point. I don't quite recall how he did it, I just know he had one, because he threatened to release it on all of us. But if I was to get that Hungry node in a jar and stick it into the node modifier, I could make it, I could rehabilitate it, I could make it, like, nice and happy and fluffy and helpful otherwise. Or I could do the reverse, I could take a nice node and add Hungry to it. So that is, it's really expensive, and it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of Essentia. But that is, like, the ultimate utility. If you're just finding really bad nodes and stuff, you can just grab it in a node jar, stick it in the node modifier, and make it a lot more useful. So that's great, that's sort of insurance against bad Thalmic luck, for want of a better term. But I think that's about all that we have time for today. Oh wow, the hat mod is playing heck with some people around here, I would say. But that is it, and I shall catch you all, step off that, next time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favourite, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. that's all for now. Catch you later.